Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik and welcome back to more of Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City and the City Folk. Last time we started working on our perfect town endeavour, and this time we're going to continue on with that. Yes, last time was very, well, if you watched the last episode, you know it was really repetitive and kind of menial. We're going to try and make this one a bit more engaging. I think this one we can just go a bit mindless on. So, in case you weren't here, I'll do a quick recap. We basically went along the bottom, the side and the top of our town doing this. So, this helps us figure out where these white markers would go, and that splits us down into acres, and then those acres can go and kind of have things put in them to hit perfect town status. So all pretty standard, decent stuff. Now, I did realise something after last episode, in which I do kind of still need a little bit of money. Also, hello axe, I'll buy you, because I still like gambling for the gold axe, it can be our background thing. But also, flowers and saplings are still ever important. But I'm just going to have a stockpile of them somewhere. So then, well, saplings left so. Saplings, I think, in a few episodes we can start like planting and getting the right amount of trees per acre. But specifically for flowers, I'm going to stockpile them and I'm just going to use them all when we want to finally push for perfect town. Because, yeah, no, I'm having a good backup of these as a smart idea. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think we need like a 1.5 worth of these. So basically every 2 days, no, it'd be every 3 days we have 2 acres worth of flowers to throw down. And that's assuming that an acre has no flowers in. What we plant in there should be enough to hit the threshold. I think it's around there. It's like 8 per acre, I think. Or maybe less, maybe more. No, it's definitely more than 8. But in and around that value, we just want to stockpile these, and we'll stockpile some trees as well. But obviously less so, because I think we've already got a decent enough start with trees. If you remember, we actually had a, when Team Trees was happening with Mr. Beast, we did a whole episode where we went around just buying saplings or planting fruit trees, and I think that has got our numbers up a fair bit to where I'm a bit more confident I can relax my spending restrictions on these, which is great, because Nook has blocked me from buying anymore. Well, blocked my inventory is full, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, trust me. That said, can we store these in our house? Like I said, I want to try and mix these episodes up though. I don't want them to just be perfect town, mindlessness every single time. That said about perfect town though, I would like to, if I can pick you up, there we go. Would like to try as water as many of these guys as possible as well. Naturally spawning flowers will spare us a lot of money. So can we just drop these flowers down then? Is that allowed? So we've got drop, so we can just essentially just accumulate a thing without actually having to plant them and risk them wilting, which is pretty smart. Now that said, we do have 2 axes on hand, so before we go start doing the fun, I say fun in heavy quotation marks, I'm gonna very quickly go over and see if we can get Katrina to be our friend. And yeah, okay, so we have some. This is the mess we made last time, isn't it? If I stand corrected. Yes. Okay. I know what you are. Oh, it's gonna be pain. Yeah, we had to kind of guesstimate at the end of last episode, but I think we ended up being spot on if I stand corrected. Because obviously we had to work around the river and stuff, but that should all now be fixed. So here is to hoping. And yeah, let's just chill before we get into pattern placing though. So what's with you mortals? First you throw coins and now axes. This is getting out of control. Did you throw a gold axe in here, or maybe a silver axe? I threw a regular axe in. At least you're telling the truth, unlike some people. Alright, I guess I'll give you your axe back. Thinking I should just start saying silver there. Maybe I will. I always thought modesty was the way to go with that one, but maybe I was misguided. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, shocker. Either way, we now just have 2 axes on hand, which is helpful. Anyway, so we can do a few things this episode, but the general idea is that last episode, obviously, we went around placing these orange markers to count, and then the white ones to mark where an acre ended and where an acre started. So I'm kind of interested in ripping up a bunch of these yellow things, so it gives us more place to like do stuff. We'll do that in a bit though, because I think first and foremost what we need is we need some wines, and I think it's best to start on the. I was gonna say it's been a while since I've been pitfall, so I was expecting this, but so my thought process is we'll do it on the right side first, because the right side is smaller, so I can at least demonstrate my thought process. Because all we really need to see is like the 4 corners, but obviously that's a bit kind of hard to go discerning. So, let's see. I think we'll go vertical on this one and hope it doesn't intersect with any sort of weirdness. But I'm thinking we just walk a few things, select patterns, and we throw you down. Again, the pathing tool in New Horizons is a godsend for stuff like this, and I'd argue we were spoiled on it. But all we gotta do is just throw this down. Actually, if we want to double up on the opportunity, we throw this down twice so we know where one ends and where one begins. I think I'm onto something here. This might be it, actually. That might be the key. Because, again, time efficiency is everything with something like this. It's like, yeah, it's going to take forever. But if we can shorten how long forever is, that's a bit of a benefit. So this is our wine, then. This is a vertical wine where no matter... Oh, speak of the devil. We'll do you, like, one higher so I can actually, like, tell where you are. Again, we just need it, like, kind of dotted, and then we can... Again, you'll kind of see there's a method to this madness. So we just got to keep at this. We'll remove you though, because otherwise I'll get really confused. Yeah, no, we don't need these oranges. We just need the whites. That sounds really bad out of context. But yeah, though, if we do these, this is basically a line saying there is an acre here, and there is an acre from here. And when you're wondering how the river comes into it, don't worry, I've got a plan. But it's a bit of pain, but we'll make it work. But yeah, now what this will do once we reach the bottom, we've essentially pointed out where 4 acres are, I think? Should be 4. Yeah, about 4 acres we've kind of marked out. And all we need to do now, well, at that point, is just draw the lines from here to here. And then it's like, oh, okay, see where these intersect? We maybe do a little bit more with some patterns, and that's it. We're done. Pattern sorted. And I think there's, I think we said there was 16 acres total. I think? No, there was 25. But still, that's 1/5 of the town done this episode, and considering this is the part I thought would take the absolute longest, I'm rather chuffed with that. And the best thing is with these, by the way, we don't need to count them exactly. Maybe like, why don't you? We've already figured out where these need to go, so long as these are all in line with each other, this is essentially the same as just kind of drawing some really weird dots on a piece of paper and going, here we go. Also, throwing down patterns stops like weed spawning there, so it's like, kind of a win. You know, I was trying to like... There's a method to this game, and you don't seem to be cooperating with it. There we go. And, is it now? We'll do one on the first layer down. It's too soon. Again, the main idea is that we're able to kind of... Oh, okay, so I need to angle it. So here is it. Again, we're just going to make sure that they're in line, and then we've pretty much done it. Even if they're slightly off, we may still get it correct. So it's all in the... How to phrase it? It's all in the alignment, I suppose would be the better way to say it. Either way, I need to make sure to work around these. I knew this would happen, so I planned. Well, I didn't plan. I can just work around it. See, I did them in a bit of open area for a reason. So I could go around them. And yes, so keep going down. I know it's this tree. We'll do here. Again, where there's a lot of trees, it'll get a bit bothersome, but luckily, you can dig up trees and move them. So, I think you can. No, you can't. That's New Horizons. I don't know what my brain was cooking there, but... itself would probably be an appropriate answer. But if we do that for the one time, I think that's it. So, that's it. That's literally what we're going to do. That is, God knows how many acres laid out. Again, it's the corner thing, so of course it's a bit easier. But all we really need to do now is... You're one off. All we really need to do now is just do the horizontal bits. Which, okay, very fortunately, and I do mean very fortunately, it doesn't go through nooks. If it went through nooks, like that kind of acre border, I'd be a bit more miffed. But it isn't, so we've got to do same deal, just this. And you'll notice it's like significantly less distance that we got to go with these until we see some progress. Again, we're still going to be on it, but that's kind of it. Maybe we need like one more, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, So I'd assume... So... Yeah, no, I kind of know where this acre is now, though. Like, it practically ends on this tree. We can kind of crack that out. We may need to reshuffle some trees here, but that's it. That's 1 acre officially fully marked out. Which is really weird to say, but really nice, because we're starting to see progress on what I thought would take literal, like, weeks to do. No, and again, we just go at this again. Again, we can be sparing with it, so long as we can kind of... So long as we can get a grasp as to where an acre begins and ends quick enough. Like, that's all we really need. So long as it's clear enough, you know? But now if we do this, and I'm thinking we just do... Well, again, same deal. We kind of know where this one ends. So I think this one would end here. Yeah, it would. And then the next one will start there. So, that's 2 acres done out of 25. I really expected this to take way longer. I thought I did that as like a little Easter egg, but... Sure, I guess I'll let it stay. But yeah, no, that's it. Like I said, obviously the more sparing we are with this, the kind of harder it'll be to make out, but in the end, we crack it. And the only reason I'm being so positive now is because I know doing this over the river will be 10 times more of a pain, but not as bad as I think it'll be. I'm hoping I can do a really cool workaround and basically just say no to that, but we'll see. And I'm gonna, okay, there is a weed there, so if I can pick you up first and then throw some more patterns down. And yes, I'm aware of that this is kind of bit counterproductive doing this so much, by the way. Purely because, yes, I'm aware it's reducing the surface area I can put flowers down in. I get that. But, on the whole, it should still be possible. And like I said, if needs be, we refine them. This is just us getting the grids down. Like last time, we kind of had the grids and you could figure them out if you counted. We don't need to count anymore. We just kind of need to find the borders and be like, okay, this is here, this is there, and everyone is Monfrere. And yeah, isn't that weird, though? Like, yes, I'm aware this is going to be the most entertaining arc in the series, but hey, this is the truth of getting a perfect town, I guess. But, like, that's kind of it in terms of, like, big barriers. All we need to do now is just do a little bit of counting in a few episodes. It's nowhere near as bad. Get some data off camera, then just run it by each acre, maybe get a notepad document, and that's, like, it. Either way, like I said, that's another acre marked out, and I think, actually, that's the first area done. Yes, I'm not joking you, that is it. That is 1/5 of the town now successfully marked out with our patterns. We now know where 5 acres begin and end, and that is very helpful information indeed. Now, of course, some of you will know, the issue kind of begins at this river, because carrying stuff over and keeping it level, bit of a pain. The only real consolence I've got is, at some points the river is thin enough to where I can run all the way here, and I know this is in line. Throw this down, and I can just kind of keep the line going, which is exactly what we're gonna do. See, I told you, I came out swinging for this episode. Of course, we'll have to double check, and I really hope it lets me place this next to the house, if it does not be really bothersome. Yes, thank you. And the User line, the dotted line continues. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now what we need to do is keep this going, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, no, that's vertical. Let me think about this. We want it to be two higher, and that's the line. That's the line we're on, isn't it? Just quickly double checking. 2 higher, and then 1 above that. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4 here. Okay. Concerningly easy. Okay, that gives us. I think that actually gives us a basis to go ahead and completely destroy this continent now. So again, same kind of deal here. You see, we've got. I should really start picking up these weeds out of impulse because I know it'll come back and haunt me later. We'll keep the nook of disappointment here, though. But yeah, no, same kind of deal. Again, we got it all on the top, so we just kind of go down, and then because we can kind of easily move horizontals across, we just kind of spread it out. And again, this may seem like I'm like kind of overreacting or playing it up for the sake of content. I'm really not. But it's very weird to see that essentially I've kind of cracked this code, which is like, what? Ow! How have I managed to crack this? I don't know, but it's admittedly kind of cool to be able to say that. Like, yeah, I did. Like, I've kind of cracked this code. Now, again, working around this river, nightmare. This is a bunch of space we just can't place things. Like, let's figure out where this acre begins and ends real quick. So we said this one ends here, and this one begins here. So it's like here, and then keep going a bit more. So it's like here until here. Okay, that's actually a lot more space than I thought I had to work with, but still, this place is going to be crammed full of stuff in order to make that work. Either way, not impossible, though. Like, considering all of my, like, I think all of my new weave saves all the way end with me trying to place down paths for, like, roads and stuff, just for, like, design purposes, I guess. I wish you used the same one of those, too. Like, same QR code and everything. Maybe it was cursed, who knows. But, yeah, no, it's weird to see something that once seemed so daunting as simple as just dedicate literally 20 minutes and get, like, the button presses down. And, oh, look at that, you've completely and utterly just won. Like, because that's what this is, we've just won. And, again, may seem like an overreaction, but as someone who's like wanted a perfect town, just purely for like, the sake of saying, yeah, I got a perfect town in City Folk, which, considering the requirements to get it in New Horizons and New Leaf, this is difficult. Arguably, it's the worst in what's it called? Population growing. But I'd agree this is still an achievement. Like it's kind of cool to say that I have done it though. It's like, hell yeah, go me, go me. That said, we are done on this upper area. All we gotta do now is drag our stuff across once again, and we win. Wahoo waha. Okay, yeah, no, here's, I expected that to be a bit of an issue, but is it? No, so that's there. Let's figure this out. So, you are next up on the agenda, as it were. So, I kind of don't need you, because I can infer that you're all part of the same area. But I know for a fact that you're the top part of here. I think, yeah, just double check. Yeah, okay, so you're the top part, and you're not the top part. Got you. Now, if I can just place that again in line, maybe I see like the very edge of it, line them up, we're golden. I think this is it. It's like, wow, it's that easy. Again, this used to be dead daunting. Maybe I'm just better. Maybe that's the fact of the matter. I don't know. Either way though, I think. Where would this end then? So there's a big imaginary line there and there. Yeah, so this is the end of upper, this is the end of bottom. Like, I mean, what is stopping me from just placing 2 more to indicate the end? Like, I may as well. I'll have some crossover action on the go, who knows? And then, okay, there we are, yeah, well, that's an issue, innit? Oh, well, you know what, how are you doing? We'll speak to you, break things up. Oh, hey, champ, I've got something for you. Oh, not even trying to sell it to me. Just a man o' war that I found in the recycling bin, nothing big. What's that sort of thing you like, so I pulled it out and cleaned it up a bit. Sorry that didn't come out right. If you don't want it, you can throw it out. No, I appreciate that. It was pretty sick. Okay. Well, in any event, we should probably keep on going with these horrors. Like, I have a feeling that this area here is going to be the worst, so if we can get this done, I'll be very chuffed. Like I said, I'm aware I'm doing this really inconsistently as well. It's like, yes, what else would you expect from the Neremik YouTube channel? No, if we can have this area, which will be the worst, it obviously dips down into the valley and goes back up, whereas the rest is kind of consistently low. Maybe not, oh god, I forgot how far this upper part can extend down here. But, yeah, no, if we can get this, like, valley part done, I think that we are rather on it, as it were. So, yeah, again, it's bizarre to, like, keep, I know it probably isn't getting, like, a bit repetitive to say, oh my god, it's that easy, but it is that easy. You just gotta kind of line up, I assume this is it. Again, even if we're offside, we can correct it later, like, it's just patterns, like, unless we plant a tree there, we can just pick up the flower and, yeah. I think that's right, though, I think that is, let's quickly check. Yeah, that's right. And then we just keep going on. Again, it'll be really, really ugly to look at, do not get me wrong, this place is gonna look horrific for a while, but perfect now. And it's like, oh, when we get perfect town again, I am expecting a few more episodes after that, where I go a bit mental on the flowers, honestly. That's, actually, that will be what happens. Because, yeah, no, Golden Can allows you to make hybrid flowers, which look really nice, and I want them. Anyway, it's just a simple matter of doing this and that. Display on ground, and, yeah, translate it back up there. And the week is done. And we got two map-long things, and we've got some separate sections already, like, calling it in. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just gonna guesstimate these. That's where these guys are. Like, it makes sense. And yeah, and if we keep going on, I think we'll actually reach the edge of the map soon enough, which is like, oh my god, another one. Like, I know we'll have to do this multiple times, but it's just weird seeing this slowly come together, because right now all I'm doing is essentially just placing patterns constantly. But it's like, once all these patterns are in, that's where the fun stuff starts. And I mean, arguably, if we do want a break, we could actually just go and, like, start making sure that, maybe that column we sorted out before, we fully go and make sure that that's got all the correct trees in. Because, I mean, that's a while. Maybe if it's, like, overgrown, we do a bit of, like, chopping down. I mean, we've got enough spare axes to go around, thanks to Fountain Lady. But, yeah, no, it's like, well, like I said, after this episode, we kind of open up as to what we want to do. The only thing I'm making sure is 100% off limits to myself is flowers, because being able to constantly play in water those is going to be a bit of an issue. But beyond that, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. And we'll throw these down as a courtesy, even though I know we don't need them, because it's clearly inside another area, not to mark a boundary. And that's it. Mwah. I mean, that brings us to the 20-minute mark as well. Again, that was insanely quick. Like, we marked out... Yeah, so we marked out one area on this side, and then... Did we mark out the second? We did mark out the second one, didn't we? Completely by accident, yeah. So... Oh, we need to keep extending it down that way, don't we? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll get on that. And then, that's technically 3 map wide lines done, so... Thinking ahead there. And it's like, I mean, we need... How many map? We need 10. 10 total, we got 3 done in one episode. With, you know, a 4th one mostly done. I can't complain about that. As like, in terms of sheer progress, I cannot complain on that. Pretty cool, actually. It's like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I did go and do all that in a single episode. It's like, yeah, no, I should be proud of myself for that. I'm gonna remain chuffed at that. And again, the best thing is about rivers that are vertical, I can see over the riverbank. Shocker, so I can actually just measure this super quick. And, oh, would you look at that if we just extend the ones down there, that sections off even more areas into acres. It's coming together. And honestly, I'm really happy with that, because I expected this arc to be hell. Because I said it was back in like 2018, I think, for ACCF week. I said, I'm going to try live streaming myself getting a perfect town. Never did, because it seemed too daunting. And like, well, yes, it is admittedly still a bit dull to try and get done. But like, on the whole, it's not been as bad as I anticipated it being. Like, in fact, it's been a little bit fun just like being able to like talk. I obviously need to go on like random tangents and stuff, because I've not gotten enough of those, but still. It's just neat. It's just neat. And then we can like keep on carrying these bottom rows going. Got 30%. Like, we'll say, no, it's probably close to like 35% of all this pattern placing we needed to do. And that's something commendable, that. I'll give myself credit. That's pretty sick. So obviously we got all this as well. Like, you got this, so that's probably like an extra line combined through these 5 acres. It's obviously been extended the whole way across. So it's like, yeah, no, technically we're like 40% done. Which is like, you don't feel like it, but it's true. And also, your rare item was an IV drip. No, you are weird. But yeah. That's us done. Weirdly. I think we'll just end. Well, right, what do you want? I'll water the ground and then I'll speak to you. What do you need? Oh, hey there. You have been calling you Daniel for a while now. Maybe it's time I give you a special nickname just for you. Let's see what it is. It is Deary. You're not sure? Sure. Yeah, I mean, you better like it, because that's what I'm calling you from now on, Deary. That's variation. Meh. And I think on that joyful note, I'm going to remove this, because I know that was kind of the leftover thing where I was, like, mid-calculating in my head. I think I'm going to end this one here. I might actually go around and just start removing these orange things, so I don't think there's much of a reason for them to be here anymore. Also, it means you see me actually picking up patterns rather than placing them for the last minute of this recording. But no, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It all helps out a bunch. It lets me know when to do more of this and all that good stuff. We're really making progress here, and I'm really happy with it. So, of course, we're going to try our best to keep at it. And with any luck, kind of coming up on the anniversary of when the series starts, we should have, and I say keyword should have, we should have this completely and utterly nailed. Of course, we're going to have a festive episode, which kind of delays things a bit. But yeah, no, wouldn't it be cool to get Perfect Town on the anniversary of this series first beginning? Because I honestly think that'd be pretty cool. But I think that's everything. We'll pick up our Easter egg pattern, I guess. It is just more places for flowers to grow and stuff, and we'll yoink you up for good measure. And yeah, no, I think it's going to bring us to an end. So until next time, we'll let all that aside. I think I've already told you guys to like and comment and all that. And yeah, my name's been Neremik, and peace out.